Lesser Medium, a podcast that pokes fun at video game narratives. Each season, me, Caleb J. Ross, and my co-host...
Oh, more Gordon Freeman! Oh my god, I can't wait for more story about a creepily silent dork who's supposed to be a hero, but he's only armed enough to open a wooden crate. Are we over this guy yet?
No, we are not, Travis Terry. We'll be talking you through our favorite video game franchise narratives, taking time along the way for humorous skits to make you laugh, and just to make you laugh. There's no ulterior motive this time. We're still in the season of giving here at Totlemcaic. That's how you pronounce the acronym Tales of the Lesser Medium headquarters.
Oh, okay, because it sounded like you have a pube caught real deep down in there. Okay. But you're saying that's how you say something. Okay.
In this Season 3, Episode 3, we continue our examination of the Half-Life series of games. In Episode 1, we explored the first Half-Life game. In Episode 2, we explored the second Half-Life game, known among true fans as Half-Life 2. And here, in Episode 3, we are going to explore Half-Life 2, Episode 1, because Half-Life 3 doesn't exist and probably never will.
Can't we just call this Half-Life 3 so I don't have to worry about all of these Episodes 1s and Episodes 2s nonsense?
Nope. There's a reason this game only came out on PC and Xbox. The naming conventions. They share an affinity for weird, crazy naming conventions. But before we go any further, I think it's time that we take a little trip back down memory lane. A couple episodes ago, you were introduced to a fun little character called the Plutonium Boss, or Plutoni. And we'd like to invite Plutoni back to read a review from listener Burger Champ. Plutoni, come on stage. I guess amorphously roll on stage because you're kind of a weird blob character. But anyway, take it away.
Hey, guy. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me back here. All right. He titles this one an amalgamation of podcast greatness. All right. He says, exactly like cereal, only funny and not informative. All right. Precisely like the Joe Rogan Experience, only entertaining and more informative. All right. 100% the same as Radiolab, excluding all preparedness and much more niche. Possibly better than all of those. A great quote-unquote on the toilet, possibly partially asleep or drunkenly passed out. Listen, would recommend to most people with ears. If you've made it this far, you've already committed too much without actually listening. Stop procrastinating. It's what, ruined your relationship with whoever. Start listening now. All right, Plutoni out.
Wow. Wiser words never spoken. Thank you, Burger Champ.
It's crazy how something kind of nicely said about us can sound so aggressively ready to fight when Plutoni reads it to you.
I would be willing to say that even without the Plutoni read, that kind of sounds aggressively ready to fight in a lot of ways. Most people with ears, bring it, Burger Champ. Why not all?
Why not all? You're right.
Also, we are once again leveraging a walkthrough from Bolloxed as the primary source for this narrative, in addition to our own faulty memories of the game. Half-Life 2 Episode 1 opens to the disembodied voice of Dr. Breen reprimanding Gordon Freeman for all of the destruction our hero scientist has caused. Dr. Breen, you may remember, is the former head of Black Mesa and is currently Earth's administrator under the Combine. The chaotic Half-Life 2 final events that Dr. Breen is referencing here are the destruction of City 17's Capitol building called the Citadel, and with it a seemingly far-reaching disruption in space-time itself. It's very confusing games. The source of Dr. Breen's voice materializes as coming from a security monitor, though here, instead of said monitor being safely bolted to a wall, as we've come to expect via our late-game journey through the many floors of the Citadel, the monitor is floating through the blackness of space, surrounded by glass and other debris. Presumably, this debris is the direct result of Gordon's destruction of the Citadel's dark fusion reactor that capped the events of the previous game. Since we're all presuming here, let's also presume that Freeman, along with his partner in destruction, Alyx Vance, and any other person, thing, or Zen alien soldier nearby, is also floating through the blackness of space. Given how clear Breen's words are and how each individual fleck of floating debris can be isolated and identified by Gordon, we're likely experiencing either a post-death hallucination or a pre-death hyper-encoded hippocampus state where a high-stress situation causes a person to remember every single detail during a traumatic event.
Oh, okay. I think I get that. So it's kind of like the time my bus driver caught me whacking it. I was so shocked. Everything could be remembered, like the way only one of his shirt sleeves was rolled up at the time, and that he had a piece of food stuck in his teeth. And like, I kept going for a few more minutes, and he just kind of stood there, not knowing what to say. And I was kind of giving him that napkins or else kind of look. Very vivid.
Did you say you were whacking it for a few more minutes? Because if so, no, that's not at all what I'm talking about. I don't think any of that was traumatic for you at all. You sound very, very happy about that event.
Yeah, not for me. You're right. I bet that bus driver was fucked up over it for years. For sure, yeah.
He also remembers every fleck floating in space-time.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dr. Breen's face...
I said got him when I was done, too. Got him.
Got him, not even got you. So you're actually like talking to someone else about this event that's happening. You and someone else were in cahoots. Okay.
Yep.
Buskaki, I think is what that's called.
Oh.
Dr. Breen's face on the floating monitor asks Gordon, "What exactly have you attained?" I don't know. I can't remember if that's his voice or not. Probably. "Can you name even one thing?" This line of questioning is unfair, of course, because as the game has established, and as Dr. Breen surely knows, Gordon doesn't talk.
What a bully. You're being mean, Dr. Breen. Come on.
But luckily for you, dear listener, we've spent countless hours here at Totlum Labs scrubbing through endless reams of data to identify the specific neurosignposts and vocal transmission nods that can allow us to identify exactly what Gordon Freeman's voice would sound like. And I'm happy to announce that all of the late nights and early mornings have proven fruitful, and right here, right now, we can deliver to you Gordon's response to the question, "What exactly have you attained? Can you name even one thing?" And that response is, "No." It was a long walk, but worth it.
Yeah.
So, after Gordon's unsurprising silence in response, Dr. Breen says, "I thought not." Just as the blackness of space fades into a shot of the Citadel, Gordon, Dr. Breen's monitor, and the debris, it turns out, are all in fact fragments from the dark fusion reactor explosion, meaning we are experiencing Gordon's final moments before he hits the ground after the explosion has pushed him from the top floor of the skyscraper Citadel building.
Wow.
But Gordon isn't falling, not anymore. In fact, time has reversed, and we're returning to the moment of explosion.
I would argue that was the bad part, and we should be getting as far away from that as possible.
Just as the focus returns to Alyx, who is bracing against the shockwave and the resulting debris, time completely freezes. Then, from Alyx's and Gordon's periphery, a series of Zen Vortigaunts materializes. These Vortigaunts don't appear to be on side with the Combine, rather these aliens appear to be helping Alyx. They approach our frozen hero, then do some questionable touching.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like they're massaging Alyx like she's a boxer between rounds. Hopefully they aren't trying to get fresh with her. You can't really tell, but they got those giant purple bulbousy thumbs. They have a thumb for every finger. They all look like what is that guy's name? Jay Pardue. They all look like his nose.
And they don't wear clothes at all, I kind of realized throughout this whole thing. I mean, when in Rome, wear some clothes. That's kind of the alien motto, right?
Yeah, they're proud
Either
of it.
way, these questionable touches cause Alyx to break free from the stasis. Gordon, however, remains frozen. I can't fault you for that, Vortigaunts. He's kind of annoying. So the screen fades to white, and suddenly we're face to face with a G-Man in his typical all-black featureless surround. He looks to the camera and says only, "We'll see about that," as the savior Vortigaunts continue carrying Alyx away. It's hard to tell whether the G-Man's statement is one refusing to accept Alyx's death entirely, meaning perhaps the Zen aliens are retrieving our hero on behalf of the G-Man, or if the G-Man is instead declaring war against the Zen aliens for saving Alyx. Then, blackness. Gordon sees nothing. But he does hear a voice cry out that they have to be somewhere. Shortly after, the fingers of our old friend Dog, the robot, break through the blackness. It turns out we're trapped under rubble, and that voice we heard was Alyx, encouraging Dog to keep searching for Gordon and possibly other survivors. Thankfully, it seems the Zen aliens rescued both Alyx and Gordon from the explosion.
Is it too early in the episode to admit I'm very confused?
To admit it, yes. To pretend you know what's going on, that's how a gamer should be. So
okay,
please keep it to yourself.
Got it.
A summary is probably warranted, though, to be fair. Vortigaunt seemed to have manipulated time the Matrix style to allow Alyx to land safely on the ground after the Citadel explosion. Gordon also survived, though not without injury. Or so we think. Both were rescued. I mean, Alyx wasn't trapped under any rubble. Gordon was. That's going to be an awkward celebration dinner with Alyx and Gordon at dinner talking about, the tragic events that have just happened. Wow. Can you believe all the stuff that happened? I mean, we were both saved somehow, right? I mean, like, both of us were, right? Or am I misremembering something about that?
Can we just drop it, Gordon, please?
Oh, I would love to drop it. I really would. I'm used to being dropped, and therefore having topics of conversation dropped just seems pretty natural. I would love to drop it. Let's drop it. Let's not talk about how I was saved in equal measure as you were saved. Hey, I know. Let's compare bruises.
I think your mother dropped you several times. And also, we're in an Olive Garden right now, and it's Olive Garden.
Free breadsticks.
When you're here, your family, Gordon, and right now, you're not really being much family. You're kind of being a bastard.
If my mom dropped me on the head, I think I'm actually being quite the family. I mean, that's what we do to each other. We hurt each other emotionally and physically. You know what? I do want the endless salad. Waiter, I do want it.
The waiter comes over and he has a bottle of wine. I just grab it, smash it over your face.
And that's where Half-Life Alyx was born, the VR game that has really good liquor bottle physics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, few people know that. That's the actual origin of that game. In another amazing coincidence, the gravity gun survived the explosion as well. Dog gives the gravity gun to Gordon, to which Gordon says, "Oh really? So this wasn't buried under the rubble either? Ugh, seriously, Vortigaunt. Bastards." After a brief moment of celebration, and even an awkward "I'm probably into you" type of hug from Alyx, the small crew of three begin their retreat from the still crumbling Citadel walls. As they do, Alyx remarks that she's still not sure how they survived the fallout there, to which Gordon says, "Well, for me, I fell many stories to the ground. I'm in severe pain right now," which is slightly being assuaged by the endless breadsticks. Thank you. Thank you, Octavio. That's how you pronounce his name, right? I can't read his badge from here. But you're completely immaculate. Survival is quite a mystery, Alyx. Alyx.
He just has blood and wine all over his face, but he's just still same energy. Unfazed.
The three race to a nearby communications monitor to relay to Alyx's father, Eli Vance, the success of their mission to find Gordon. Though Eli is happy, of course, he's more concerned with conveying the extreme danger Alyx, Gordon, and Dog find themselves in. According to Dr. Kleiner, who appears alongside Eli Vance in the monitor, the Citadel is rapidly accelerating toward a dark energy flare that will destroy anything within the immediate vicinity. Alyx, Gordon, and Dog must distance themselves from the Citadel as quickly as possible.
All right, I got it. I can help you out here. First things first, you unfriend the Citadel on Facebook, stop following it on Twitter and Instagram. You have to do that pretty much immediately. Pull out of any projects you and the Citadel had been working on prior, and it's probably a good idea to go ahead and pay back anything you owe to the Citadel here too, because it's about to get ugly, lawyers, whatnot, all that bullshit, contracts, etc. So just lay low, but you need the distance.
Well, I'd hate to make all of what you just said completely irrelevant, but according to Dr. Kleiner, there's just not enough time to get enough distance and to escape far enough. In fact, the only chance for survival is to directly intervene in the core, meaning the three super best friends must actually go back into the Citadel.
Shit. Okay, damage control. You can't refriend the Citadel on Facebook at this point. That's too obvious. They'll see it. They'll get a notification. You can refollow on Twitter and Instagram. They probably won't notice you were gone. Good thing you hadn't reached out to repay your debts just yet, because that was probably going to look awfully sus. Your best bet is to tell them your Facebook account was hacked, or maybe the mouse slipped and you accidentally unfriended them. Like, you ever had it just, you tried not to click something, but somehow your muscles reacted and you spasm and click it twice, and now you're fucked. So you need to refriend them, because you really, maybe you tell them that, like, hey, I was looking at your pics from Boca Raton, and I must have messed up and accidentally unfriended you. Sorry.
Well, the situation you described isn't the only awkward situation here, because the Vortigaunts who, the very important, integral to the story so far, Vortigaunts that saved Alyx and Gordon earlier, surely react to the idea of Alyx and Gordon running back into the collapsing building with a big ol' fuck you, you stupid humans, I'm done.
Oh, I bet, yeah. Yeah.
So, in summary, the events of the first 6 minutes are: building blows up, aliens rescue heroes from exploding building, heroes decide to go back into the exploded building, aliens cry. We all caught up here?
Yeah, this sounds like a firefighter sitcom based in Roswell, New Mexico, though. And I'd watch it.
Given the state of the building and its... You know what? Is that from Reno 911? There's a fire, I remember, and then a dog runs back into a building after it burns.
Yeah,
I wonder if that snuck its way... Anyway, sorry. Given the state of the building and its surrounding foundation, finding a way back into the building is precarious. Alyx, Gordon, and Dog must navigate narrow ledges along the sheer walls created when the foundation split. Imagine scaling the walls inside gaps left after an earthquake. So, how do they finally get inside the Citadel? Great question, audience. Welcome to this episode's edition of everybody's least favorite game show. Remember, you're playing a video game. The show where I ask our contestant how video game characters enter enemy strongholds. The contestant gets 3 guesses, and their only hint is to consider the name of the game. Remember, you're playing a video game.
All right.
My contestant today is, once again...
Oh my god, I hope it's me!
Travis Terry.
Hex yeah!
Travis, it says here... it says here that you enjoy wearing men's pants. That's odd. How's that going?
Fine. I love it.
So, to remind you, Alyx, Gordon, and Dog find themselves outside of the Citadel. How do they get inside? But before you guess, I've got a surprise for you. No matter how many video games you've played, you will never guess this one. And go.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to be super obvious to start. Just in case you're throwing me a curveball here, They all commit suicide.
Terrible guess. Guess number 2, please.
Okay. All right. They just use the rear door. They just go in. The back, though.
Better guess, one I would love to see it play out, but unfortunately they did not have the stat points, skill points, in order to access that particular perk in the perk tree, the open, obviously openable door. So no, guess number 3.
Okay, here's my last guess then. Okay, this one's a little more complicated. We'll see how it goes here, but I'm thinking Gordon maybe scales up the side using his crowbar as a climbing spike like he's some weird, sickly, one-legged spider, and then enters down through the chimney like Santa Claus and then unlocks the front door for the others, huh? Nailed it?
God, I wish. No, unfortunately, the correct answer is the giant mechanical gorilla-shaped dog puts our heroes into the remains of an exploded car and throws the exploded car across a large chasm where our heroes land without a single injury.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a good commercial for seatbelts, I guess.
Sure is. Yeah.
So, what's your prize for today? Well, unfortunately, it's just spending about another hour talking to me. I'm sorry.
If this episode makes it a full hour, I'll suck your... Wait, what was... I'll give you...
That was how you got on the show,
That's
and you
right.
lost because it wasn't pleasant.
We both cried. I thought it was sweet.
Once inside the Citadel, Alyx notices 2 Zen aliens, apparently preoccupied by some kind of routine labor. One types away at a computer terminal while the other shines a giant red laser from its eyes towards something off-screen. both aliens have a very casual demeanor, as do Alyx and Gordon, to be fair, so it's assumed the eye laser is not being used for enemy destroying and is instead being used for structural repair. After all, remember, the building is currently mid-collapse. All Alyx says when seeing the aliens is, "Oh my god, stalkers. Well, they shouldn't bother us if we leave them alone."
Said by no one ever. Ignoring a stalker only makes their hearts grow fonder, trust me. You know, back when I stalked, nothing got my juices flowing faster than a restraining order. But seriously, if you feel you're being stalked, please alert authorities. My parole conditions require I say that last part.
It's weird that your parole conditions allow you to say the first part.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it's loose.
The only thing separating our heroic duo and the stalkers is a pane of transparent glass. At least it's transparent on Alyx and Gordon's side. The stalkers go about their routines as though they cannot see Alyx and Gordon, meaning either they are idiots, and therefore probably not worthy of Alyx's incessant caution, or the glass is a two-way mirror, which begs the question, why would the two-way mirror allow the intruders to look in on the intrudees?
So this is a stalker training complex. A two-way mirror, that's basically creeper training wheels.
And I believe you, as evidenced by your earlier statement about you having a history of stalking.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
being in a room where there was a two-way mirror and a man talking to me and telling me not to stalk anymore and asking me why I was doing it. He had a badge.
Alyx and Gordon then look for a way to move further into the core of the Citadel. Alyx suggests using some nearby roller mines, which are mines that roll. Well, according to the Half-Life Wiki, they are actually, quote, electrically charged spherical devices with morphed pentagons on each side slightly larger than a soccer ball that reacts to movement within a sizable radius. Given that much more elegant description, Alyx comes across as a bit of a dummy, basically suggesting that they use the blowy-uppy things to progress. Alyx is an idiot.
Yeah. I used to call them the boomy balls, I think. Look,
That's what I call... Sorry, go ahead.
That's what you call your what?
Well, I was going to say that's what I called my own balls at 13.
Yeah. Yeah, they do boom around. But look, she's grasping at straws in a desperate situation, man. I mean, I can't fault her because of the pressure. I've been in those situations before myself where you panic and you do something and, you know, you come up with an idea that maybe doesn't make any sense in hindsight. One time I panicked at a restaurant because I knocked my drink over, reactively grabbed the tablecloth to stop it from seeping all over, ended up jerking the tablecloth, and all the other drinks that were on the table launched up in the air and went into everyone's lap. Tea, soda, ice water, all over the place. No one left. Was that my fault? Sure. But come on, pressure.
I think you're remembering a 1950s British comedy scene, and I'm not going to promise that it existed, but I can promise it existed. that sounds very slapsticky, but something I would have laughed at. If it makes you feel better, I would have been the one lone laughing idiot if I had seen that.
Unless those people laughed with, "God damn it, you fucker!" then they were also laughing hysterically.
That would be a way different comedy show, and I want to see it.
Okay.
Yeah. Gordon, per Alyx's instruction, takes off to investigate the source of the roller mines. A few swift leaps across precariously exposed steel girders later, Gordon returns with a roller mine, which he offers to Alyx using his gravity gun, as if to say, "I don't want this thing anywhere near me. So please take it from the extreme end of this gun's gravity radius. And I'm going to back away because there's no way I'm actually giving you an explosive device. And I want to stay as far away as possible from it." Alyx, it's like trying to give a child a mousetrap. You're not going to do that like all like you're going to be at that at arm's length, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, that thing that adults do, give children mousetraps. Alyx hacks the roller mine to do her bidding, which, as it turns out, involves rolling into the aforementioned stalker room and then just kind of rolling around on the ground in that room until the two stalkers hilariously fall over like pins at the end of a bowling alley. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Watch this clip on the internet. It's the best.
This whole time we're a little too focused on the mine part of the roller mine. Turns out it's the roller part.
Yeah.
That's actually the dangerous part. That's weird.
I actually think this is a callback to the original version of bowling, which was invented, as we all know, in 3200 BCE in Egypt, which of course we all know gets its nickname as the Gift of the Nile, because the Nile River is where organic landmines are farmed.
Was any of that a joke?
Only the organic landmines part. Everyone knows, of course, that organic landmines are only farmed in Portland, Oregon.
City farming. Okay.
Yeah. They didn't have the technology for that in Egypt, you idiot.
Of course not, yeah.
Alyx then hacks into the now stalkerless stalker room in order to proceed further into the heart of the Citadel. Now, it's worth mentioning that given the level of destruction, utter is the level, in case you were wondering, there's a strangely low level of panic. Other than the no longer stalking stalkers that Gordon just destalked, the Citadel is curiously lacking in any personnel at all, alive, dead, or panicked.
Yeah, it's almost like they didn't want to stay inside a collapsing megastructure.
Yeah, because they're not heroes like Gordon and Alyx.
Right.
So, our two heroes continue their journey onward, shortly encountering a new type of environmental hazard not yet seen in their journeys through Black Mesa or City 17. As the building collapses, walls break and vents or something kind of open, causing a vacuum of sorts that pull and push Gordon and Alyx, which is especially troublesome as they attempt to navigate narrow sky bridges and shallow catwalks. It's as though Gordon is now subject to the same gravity gun type forces he's been using against enemies for the past several days.
The blower has become the blowy. That's just some truck stop lingo I picked up. Yeah.
This podcast is so horny.
Is it?
Soon, Gordon and Alyx arrive at a mysterious central shaft. Sorry.
You did this to us.
I didn't know that line was coming up next. Soon, Gordon and Alyx arrive at a mysterious central shaft that appears to encase an elevator, but based on Alyx's confused reaction to the sighting, this isn't an elevator shaft. She, of all people, should know about elevator shafts, back in the previous episode 2, about Half-Life 2.
Jesus Christ, all these episode 2s. Ugh.
Oh, sorry. Back in the previous episode 2 about Half-Life Series X, Alyx had several insufferable elevator rides with Gordon. Now, that level of life-threateningly dull conversation trapped with a person who sounds like they stroke bunnies a bit too hard will surely leave an indelible mark on a person. Alyx knows her elevators. Just the sight of them makes her break into hives.
What if that meant people just started singing songs about the band The Hives uncontrollably? Like if you broke into the Hives and all of a sudden you're like, "Hate to say I told you so, I don't know you now." I don't really know the words past that one part because he's very screamy.
Yeah, I don't think he knows the words past that part because he's very screamy.
But next time you break into Hives, remember you have to sing their hit.
Screams are like the Vaseline over a camera lens of music. You can just sort of blur all the stuff that nobody really understands or gets. Yeah. Hiveless, then, Alyx accesses a nearby security station to hunt for more information about the non-elevator. She finds more than expected, however, when suddenly the face of Dr. Breen appears on a monitor. Now, we last saw Dr. Breen in person, not on a monitor, as he escaped from the Citadel through a portal to the Zen planet. We see on the monitor Dr. Breen pleads with someone, assumedly his Zen benefactors, to direct his escape portal anywhere other than the Zen planet. Dr. Breen isn't confident that he could survive such a journey. Alyx notes that this must be an old recording, given that she's witnessed Dr. Breen's escape already.
Old footage?
Most likely, this is probably a scene that's simply just meant to catch players up on Dr. Breen's whereabouts, considering we haven't heard anything about him, of course, during this game.
Oh.
Suddenly, the monitor changes to the image of what appears to be a mound of cloth wrapped around something. Not unlike a close-up image of like a body bag or something with the body still alive and sort of shifting around. We then see the bod bag in real life slide on a gurney from below the glass floor. The gurney wheels up to the not elevator shaft, and suddenly the body bag launches up the shaft in a flash of blinding red light. Is the not elevator shaft an escape pod of some sort, and the body bag possibly a Zen alien on its way out?
Oh.
For now, all we know is that we don't know, as confirmed by Alyx, who eloquently says, "What the hell was that thing?" Without giving Gordon a chance to answer, she insists that they Get out of here.
I was gonna say it was a real big burrito.
Yeah, that's why I cut you off. You're not helpful at all.
Their journey then brings them to another room with a confiscation field. You may recall that during the events of Half-Life 2, Gordon's first interaction with a confiscation field violently removed and destroyed all of Gordon's weapons, with the exception of the gravity gun, which instead of vaporizing the gun, the confiscation field supercharged the gun. Giving your enemies the upper hand is generally not a favored military tactic, so this strange counterintuitive behavior went down in Zen lore as a, quote, super duper oopsie.
Yeah, known as the Great No Bueno of 20 whatever the fuck year this is.
They ran out of numbers. It's actually called 20 whatever the fuck the year this is.
That's all. Xbox started naming the years at some point too. Yeah.
Obviously, the Zen engineer in charge of the confiscation field hasn't yet been able to correct this super duper oopsie since the last game, so the confiscation field this time, once again, reacts in enemy helping ways by modifying the gravity gun back to its supercharged version. Coincidentally, this is when hordes of enemies decide to arrive.
Classic hordes. Come on.
And consequently, this is also when hordes of enemies are forced to leave when the gravity gun does its supercharged soldier flinging thing. In addition to flinging enemies, Gordon uses the gravity gun to toggle switches that enable light bridges, allowing him and Alyx to cross over large chasms, splitting their path forward. A few chasms later, our two heroes arrive at what Alyx announces must be a transport elevator to the core. As the two ride the elevator towards said core, debris falls from above. Gordon must work his gravity gun to intercept incoming sections of falling wall and bridge beams to avoid being flattened like pancakes.
Or like humans who don't have a gravity gun.
Equally as delicious. They arrive at a security control center where Alyx discovers that the Combine seems to have been purposefully trying to blow up the reactor.
As opposed to that time the Combine said they fell headfirst into the reactor's naked lap with their mouth open.
What a precarious predicament.
Ow. Horny.
She isn't sure why they would do such a thing. She opens a door to the reactor core and gasps, stating, "Oh my god, that looks pretty far gone." She says, "Oh my god," a lot. She's very religious.
She must be.
Alyx then calls an elevator for Gordon so that he can proceed alone further down into the core of the Citadel, assumedly to do something to fix the, quote, pretty far gone, unquote, reactor core. Fuck. Okay. Sorry, damn. So that reminds me, I've got to read a word from our sponsor. Sorry, listeners, we have to do this. We'll only take a few moments.
Yes.
Today's episode is brought to you by Today's episode is brought to you by Reactal Spactal brand Reactor Spactal.
Wow.
So I said, damn it, those advertisers are gonna be mad that I mispronounced their brand name. Let me try it one more time.
Okay, good. Yeah, they will be mad.
Today's episode is brought to you by Reactal Spactal brand Reactor Spackle, the only dark matter reactor core repair spackle with a whimsical truncation of the dangerous part of the product name. Why waste energy pronouncing reactor when you can charmingly dismiss the danger of a total reactor explosion by rocking in your chair on your front porch while sipping tea and saying, "Oh, that's just the old reactor acting up again." Next time you think your dark matter reactor core is pretty far gone, just reach for a tube of Reactal Spactal brand Reactor Spackle. 4 out of 5 theoretical physicists, get the hell out of there, it's going to blow, you idiot.
Huh. Yeah, 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Seems
the
low.
last one. Yeah, it does seem a little low, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that guy failed whatever the equivalent of the bar exam is on that.
Yeah, he was doing a whole what was the question?
Yeah. Gordon arrives at the base of the core, where he winds through surrounding corridors on the hunt for switches to enable energy beams that can be used to enable the dark fusion containment system. He does just that, much to the elation of Alyx, though she cautions that the containment won't last forever. But the time they've bought will be put to good use. Alyx relays some additional information she found while Gordon was off playing with energy beams.
Yay, wee!
She confirms that the Combine did in fact start the deadly chain reaction, but that the destruction of the Citadel is only a side effect of a much larger plan. Since the two of them had taken out Dr. Breen's reactor already, the reactor explosion was the only way to send a transmission packet back to the Zen homeworld. Well, actually, Alyx doesn't specify Zen homeworld. She says, quote, wherever they came from, but we're assuming they came from the Zen homeworld, and Alyx simply just doesn't know that.
No, what if the Combine have made themselves at home in Mexico? What if by wherever they came from, she's just tapping into some anti-immigrant racism and this whole game is just a marketing ploy to rally around the wall? Huh? Do you think about that?
I didn't, and I suppose it could be that, but I'm just going to assume she means the Zen planet.
Cool.
She goes on to say that she can't tell what the packet contains, but stresses that it must be important because the Combine are willing to sacrifice the entire Citadel to send it off. Their mission now is to get the packet back to Dr. Kleiner and Alyx's father, Dr. Vance, as soon as possible. Alyx then shifts her attention to downloading a copy of the packet.
And Taylor Swift's latest.
All in WinZip, of course.
Yes.
But that's not all. Judith Mossman is back. You may recall from our last episode that Dr. Mossman is the Resistance defector that was secretly working for Dr. Breen, but then decided to undefect by rejoining the Alliance with Gordon and team when things went tits up during Half-Life 2's climactic escape from the then still standing Citadel.
It's always a climax when the tits are up. So
that could also mean it's a corpse.
Yeah.
Oh God! Travis,
you're right.
Come on.
You're right. No, I'll be the one here to scale back.
Well, I'm glad you didn't commit fully to that.
No.
People are going to learn stuff about you, Travis.
You were the one that jumped right to corpse, by the way. So
yeah, because the word tit, the phrase "tits up" means you're dead.
Does it?
Toes up.
Huh?
Toes and tits, they both point up when you're dead, right?
They point up in a lot of scenarios. I don't know.
Name several.
Anytime you're laying down alive.
That's one.
Yeah, well, I think that covers several.
Yeah, but it's a 50-50 choice. I'd pick corpse, you pick not corpse.
Okay, all right.
I think, yeah, okay. Your apology accepted. Alyx pulls up a video recording from Dr. Mossman in which she states that she's pinpointed the location of, quote, the project, and fears that it may soon get discovered by the Combine. Before she can complete her message, Combine soldiers infiltrate the recording space and chase her off, because they have their own podcast to do, I think. It's assumed she survived, but unfortunately the recording cuts out.
Oh.
What is this project she speaks of? Where was she recording from? Well, one of these questions gets asked by Alyx, but unfortunately it's not the one that lets the players in on what's going on. Alyx wonders where Judith is, which is a valid question the player also wonders, but as for what the project means, the player is left assuming that Alyx and Gordon know, but sadly, we as players are left in the dark.
Well, we know Gordon doesn't know much. I don't think your version of Gordon could keep a secret if his life depended on it. I could just imagine someone whispering into his ears like, "Hey, Gordon. Psst, 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 psst."
What's erectile dysfunction?
No, you bastard. You bastard. That was... Fuck. What an asshole.
He is. Why would someone whisper secrets to him in the first place?
That is a good point. Like, what scenario is someone like, I really need to tell Gordon that my penis isn't working correctly. I better whisper it to him.
He's a theoretical physicist. He might have like a gravity gun that can help out with that, you know?
I better whisper it to him in this Olive Garden. When you hear your family...
You hold up one of the endless breadsticks as an example. Like, so I'm like this. I would like to be like this. Listeners at home, the first this, the breadstick was pointed down. The second this, the breadstick was pointed up.
Very good. Thank you.
And scene. But seriously, though, this kind of breaking the fourth wall here a bit, this knowledge gap between the player and the characters is kind of a common point of frustration for me when playing this and Half-Life 2 and really like all of the Half-Life games. It's a weird weakness in an otherwise pretty great game series. So shame on you, game designers or narrative designers, whoever's responsible for that.
Hope they hear this and feel that shame.
They better. Alyx finishes downloading the transmission packet to her pocket SSD drive or thumb drive or iPhone or whatever she has, and then her and Gordon make their escape toward a nearby elevator amid flashing red lights and sirens, apparently meaning the packet interception didn't go unnoticed by the Combine. The elevator takes them to a train that's destined for the outskirts of the city. Well, it turns out that trains are funny things. Funny and apparently very flimsy. Just moments after the train departs, it derails, forcing Alyx and Gordon to escape through a breach in their train car. The subway they escape into is full of head crab zombies.
Oh no.
Given that fights so far have been with gun-toting civil protection soldiers, Gordon finds it nice to face a few unarmed melee enemies.
Gordon, thinking back on that fight, tell us, what was it like? Why was it so nice?
Okay. It's going to be complicated. So, I mean, I'm a theoretical physicist. You're not, I assume.
No, sir, I'm a journalist.
You've never been to any of the meetings, so I imagine you're not. So, it's the reason why it's better to be faced with unarmed melee enemies is because they're not armed. Unarmed is a word that means not armed. And so, when you have armed enemies, they can hold things like guns and grenades.
So you're not saying these
sticks.
enemies
Hey,
just
I'm not
didn't-
done.
Okay.
And cereal that they throw at you sometimes.
Cereal. Yeah.
Rice, if there's a wedding, they can throw that.
They could.
And it hurts if it gets in your eye.
Oh, I bet.
They can also hold, did I say grenades? I said grenades, right?
Third thing you said.
Oh, okay. They can also hold paper airplanes to impress children so that they look away, so that then when they beat you with the baseball bats they're holding, the children don't cry. I'm sorry, you were saying something unimportant?
But you're saying that they actually do have arms.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, they have to hold things. You know, how else are you gonna hold things?
Okay, they're just unarmed. And just making sure.
Are you trying to make a pun, journalist? God, this is journalist humor. God, lowbrow journalist humor. God, if you only knew the kind of knock-knock jokes that us and other theoretical physicists say, it would blow your mind. But don't ask me to name one, to say one off the top of my head, because, I mean, I could, but I'm not going to, because you're a journalist.
Just trying to get one over on old Gordon. That's all we're trying to do around here.
Yeah. You and what army? Wait.
One with arms.
I don't know the... Yeah, you and my mother and everyone who's ever known me. Good luck.
All right, we're going to cut away now and show two dogs fucking for no reason.
Oh, this is a good one. I've seen this one. This is part of the second season. It's episode 3. What's happening here is that the alpha dog, is really, really, really interested in the beta dog, right? And so the alpha dog then decides to have sex with the beta dog. And that's pretty much the plot.
That's
it's
it.
Pretty
okay.
good.
It's pretty good. I can't wait to see it end.
Good.
All right.
You're not too bad, journalist.
Yeah.
My favorite thing, again, still, it goes against every improv impulse, is that Gordon does not allow people to leave the scene.
He doesn't allow them to leave
thing.
or speak or have fun. He is great. I will definitely miss him when we are no longer doing this series.
So Gordon and Alyx's breather doesn't last long, unfortunately. Within moments, the two are surrounded by more powerful versions of head crab zombies, ones that have made their host not out of weak, dumb scientists, as we all know all scientists are, of course, but out of armed security guards.
Oh, these have arms.
As implied by the armed part of armed security guards, these new zombies carry live grenades, which they use to kamikaze their way directly into Gordon and Alyx, causing more damage per hit than any enemy so far.
Why kamikaze? I mean, you can if you have arms, you can fucking throw a grenade, right?
Yeah, but like they're zombies, right? Isn't the main tenet of zombies is that their brains don't work?
That doesn't mean they can't throw anything, right?
I think it does. Like, you need your brain to throw, right?
They're walking around with their arms out. Doesn't they need a brain for that?
I think that's just like their T-pose. That's like their their native state, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like walking is just a way to get at the thing you need. Like, they're not advanced. It's like not every animal can use a stick to get ants out of a tree, but every animal can walk. I mean, animals with legs, of course.
We don't have to do
Right?
this.
This is what we've been building up to. This is the peak, guys. Join me. The subway tunnels eventually lead to a car park, where Gordon and Alyx ascend while fighting off hordes of antlions. And this time, Gordon doesn't have an airboat.
Hovercraft.
Sure, well, whatever it's called, the thing that's used to drive over antlions. This time, he has to actually shoot them, and it's pretty lame.
Oh.
They find yet another freight elevator. This one takes them all the way to the surface, where Alyx is happy to learn that there's daylight outside. She's either scared of the dark or is just happy that time is still on their side. Their goal now is to reach the train yard before the Citadel blows up. Once outside of the subway station, Alyx comments on the immense destruction around them. This is the first time she's been able to see just how pervasive the Combine's retaliation efforts have been.
Wow. Okay.
The devastation is heartbreaking, of course, but one sign of hope shines. The giant monitors affixed to what is now just remains of building show Dr. Kleiner communicating pro-rebel messaging. Where once Dr. Breen's evil face and voice soundtracked daily life in City 17, we now have a good guy giving hope to what's left of City 17.
Hell yes! All right!
Alyx and Gordon continue fighting their way through the city streets. Combine soldiers rappel down from helicopters, antlions burst through the ground in swarms, headcrab zombies shamble adorably. Any sense of safety is fleeting.
Fuck! I thought we were close.
Nope. It's Half-Life. Come on, get used to it.
Oh, I guess that was the half part, huh?
That's where they get the name from. Just as in a Half-Life can never actually get down to zero life, games, they never end.
They never end.
Some inconveniently placed barriers force Alyx and Gordon to separate, though Alyx doesn't simply sit back and let Gordon take all the glory. No. She perches high in an apartment building with a sniper rifle aimed out a window. From this vantage, though Gordon appears alone, Alyx proves she is very capable as a sniper and takes down hordes of enemies with ease. Gordon hardly even needs to be there.
Yeah, but later on, he pretended he didn't even know she was helping at all because he's that kind of guy.
Hey, you see me kill those guys down there? I killed so many guys.
I sniped almost every single one of them before they...
Yeah, I mean, you may have sniped them, but I'm the one who shot them.
Son of a bitch, a fucking cunt. I hate him so much. I just grab him by his glasses and his goatee and just skull fuck
So
him
your
with a crowbar,
problem,
with his own
Alyx,
fucking crowbar.
is
I hate
that
him so much.
when you're fading out and swearing,
I hate him so much.
you're not doing it in the direction of the person that you're... I mean, speak to me.
Gets
Speak
hit
to
by a
me,
truck,
Alyx.
huh?
What's really bothering you? Is it the fact that I killed all the enemies? Is that what the problem is? I could take you to the gun range if you want to go.
There's just one gunshot out in the
If you wanna go to
distance.
gun-
We never hear from Alyx again.
Way to go, Alyx. You finally killed someone.
That's almost too clever for Gordon. I don't think he would get. I don't think he could come up with that. So Alyx and Gordon move forward through the next enemy stronghold, this time trading the wide open streets for narrow air ducts. The cramped passage doesn't last long as they soon emerge back into the streets, where they find a civilian who hails them over for a quick info dump. The civilian is part of a group of people looking to band together so they can force their way through the Combine and into the train station. It seems Alyx and Gordon have found some friends with shared interests.
All right.
Yeah, just like strangers, just hanging out, becoming friends. It's really kind of inspiring, actually. Oh my god! You are going to the train station too? Oh my, so are we! Oh, hi, I'm Alyx.
Oh, that's great, Alyx. You should join us.
Oh my god, and I see you have a gun!
Uh-huh.
We have guns too!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're like the same people!
Yeah, that's great. We should really get going.
Oh my god! And you've had to shit for the last 3 hours and decided just now to go ahead and let it go in your pants too!
No?
We're like exactly the same! Oh my gosh, both of us shitting our pants like this.
No? Well, that does explain the smell.
and the smell of a fresh one in your pants. Yeah, right, probably.
That she just has to, like, clench and walk away, pretend like that didn't happen.
Let's all duck walk for no reason to to the creek over here with fresh running water. It's fun, guys. It's what new friends do. It's a new friend dance.
She's a strange one, but I like her spunk.
So Alyx and Gordon join the stranger on a quick journey to their nearby safe house. Inside, they are met again with the broadcast from Dr. Kleiner, as he is still trying his best to educate and provide hope to the remaining citizens. We catch him this time in the middle of encouraging everybody to procreate, for the survival of the human race, of course. And Alyx takes a moment to ask out loud, is Dr. Kleiner really asking everyone to get busy?
Yes, Alyx, he absolutely is. He's been a respected scientist his whole entire life. Well, maybe not when he was a baby. After he became a respected scientist, he was respected for being a scientist, and it's only gotten him here to the brink of human destruction, and now staring down his own demise, he's ready to work that pelvis and plant a little seed. It's just the way it is.
So after you start becoming a respected scientist and then stop becoming a respected scientist, Travis, what's going to be your first old man move?
Just get that pelvis going.
Makes sense. Checks out. I mean, you guys are reading from the same manual, it seems.
There is a manual. I don't know if you knew that or not, but there is a what scientists can do past your prime manual. You can grow your hair out, have really long nose hair, and lastly, get that pelvis going. You don't think Stephen Hawking put a little, he shot a few geysers in that lap.
The one scientist who literally can't move his pelvis. That's the one you pick.
I know, but I still imagine he had a bit of a St. Helens there going. I bet he did.
Well, that begs the question: is a geyser if it's not geysing? I mean, is a potential geyser still considered a geyser? Right?
It'd be a geyser. Not fired?
I don't know. What?
Am I fired?
You know what? I appreciate a pun, so I'll let you stay.
Thanks.
Further into the safe house, Alyx and Gordon run into none other than Barney himself, the old Black Mesa friend who's been a convenient source of help throughout all of Gordon's journeys. He saved Gordon in City 17 and later returned Gordon's crowbar to our hero, and now here he is hanging out in a safe house, almost certainly about to give Gordon some ammo or like a magic escape pill or something. I mean, they're in peril right now.
Yeah, it seems like Barney's always right where you need him. He's like Barry from Resident Evil, but slightly more refined and less emotionally affected by the results of a WWE pay-per-view, I assume.
Oh my God, Barry definitely bets on those.
Yeah.
However, unfortunately, such hope doesn't last long. Alyx offers herself and Gordon up as a distraction, in replacement of all the ammo and magic escape pills that we would like to have. And this is done so that Barney and the rest of the safe house rebels can escape to the train station. Now, what exactly does a distraction entail? Well, essentially, it's more running and gunning, as the Combine sentries try to kill Alyx and Gordon. So they are pretty much doing the same thing they've been doing the entire time so far, only this time they will presumably flail their arms and shout, over here, as the rest of the humans escape down a different path. I would love if that was a mechanic in the game.
Yeah.
Press X to over here. Barney does come through with Gordon's trusty crowbar, though, so it's not all a disappointment.
All right.
And based on the knowing smirk that Barney offers alongside the crowbar, it's safe to assume he also realizes how stupid the weapon is after an entire game's worth of time spent annihilating enemies with a gun that can control gravity.
It's true. It's so true. It's such an archaic, basic, rudimentary thing to have on you when you have a gun that just defies the most sanctified rule we have as a planet and people. Gravity.
In case you run into a gravity gun and or bulletproof crate, here you go.
Yeah, weird. But what Gordon has at the top of his Christmas list, of course, is a gun that just shoots crowbars. They just fly out at a devastating velocity. It's like that scene from Dodgeball where they keep getting hit with wrenches, except their heads disappear because it's fucking badass. But I guess technically that could be the gravity gun if you had just a quiver of crowbars. Probably get heavy, but it's still pretty cool. Wow. You just pull a crowbar out and just kind of underhands it to himself, and as it comes down, just boom, blast it with that gravity gun, launch a fucking crowbar through something. Now I'm horny and I want one.
You're right. I was laughing at the beginning of that, and then I immediately turned to like Revelation. Oh my God. This is how people feel when they find Jesus.
It's
wow,
true.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Like, I imagine if you found Jesus, he would probably have one of these guns. That's how he stayed alive so long.
And you know what? Also, if he found Jesus, a crowbar would probably come in handy. He might appreciate that. Let me get you down there. You shouldn't be up there.
I came back in one day with a crowbar. 3 days in there. No crowbar.
Alyx and Gordon head off to play the role of delicious combine bait. The next several minutes are full of shooting, exploding, running, gravity, and not surprisingly, no hiding. Because a good bait knows not to hide, of course.
Yeah.
Once near the train station, they regroup with Barney, who is awaiting with several groups of rebels. Alyx and Gordon must now provide cover as Barney escorts each group of rebels to trains. After every rebel has been loaded onto the trains and escaped the city, it's time for Alyx and Gordon to make their escape. They board a train and look back to the city they just left, with the Citadel towering on the horizon. Just as they start to celebrate their escape, Alyx notes that the transmission packet is being sent, as evidenced by the Citadel's explosion. Just as this happens, swarms of Combine ships phase into existence, and an energy blast bellows toward them. The last words we hear are Alyx saying, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, that's like her favorite. That's her favorite thing. And then the animated corpse of Elvis Presley appears and shakes his hips at her provocatively. Does he do that? Does that happen next? Please tell me it does.
No, that does not happen.
Oh, damn.
But it does beg the question, was Elvis a scientist? An old scientist? With all that hip thrusting? I mean...
Did it beg the question?
It did beg the question. That was my... I sat on Santa's lap and I said, Santa, I don't usually beg. Got one request.
He's like, I just give toys, man. I'm not a genie in a lamp.
That's why he was mad that I rubbed him. I was rubbing all over him. He's like, I don't think this is... And that wasn't smoke that came out, apparently.
Yeah. He's like, 3 wishes, 4 wishes, 5 wishes, 6 wishes. You've been a good boy. 7 wishes.
And just so you know, I can't grant the wish to erase your memory. So you're a willing participant at this point. So... Oh man! So back to the game that we're talking about. Apparently, another cliffhanger from the Half-Life games. I personally cannot wait to find out what happens in Half-Life 2 Episode 2.
Ugh. Yeah, well, I definitely don't like the name. I don't know. It's a weird thing where it's like we're going back in, and then we have more hours in there. It kind of makes the last game a little bit moot in terms of purpose, but. I mean, it's making less and less sense, and I can't figure out why it's so contrived and forced and weird, but...
My guess is because they had the assets and the fan base, and they wanted to poop something out, and just, that's it. Because you play Half-Life 1, and you feel like there is a logical next step, which is Half-Life 2, and that makes sense. After Half-Life 2, you're like, well, where could this go? Oh, never mind, we're going to freeze time and change it. Like, that's not really what I was expecting. And if that's what they had planned from the beginning, shame on you, story writers. You're better than that. Maybe you're not. I don't know. I don't know you. But yeah, it's a little disappointing. But, this is also one of those games that this series really, is one of those series that really did kind of two things primarily. It wasn't known for its story. It was mostly known for its physics and sort of emergent gameplay based on physics. It's one of the first games first series to really kind of do that. And just its visuals. It's always been a visually stunning game every time there's a new one that comes out. And so that's probably, I think, what most people were in it for, rather than narrative, which made it a perfect choice for Tales of the Lesser Medium.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But I mean, people were attached to the story because they wanted a Half-Life 3. I can't imagine they wanted it just for more gravity guns and crowbars.
I think they wanted it just because there's a cliffhanger. And if there's a cliffhanger, there's that human desire for resolution.
Sure.
You need something to be finalized, That's my guess. Because honestly, I've played all these games. I don't give a shit if there's a Half-Life 3, to be totally frank. Like, I don't care how it resolved. Like, episode 1 and 2 were such, like, disappointments narratively because they just are contrived and don't make sense. I imagine that's probably what 3 would do as well. So, like, why do I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, so you're saying episode 2's bad too, so we could just skip it then.
Well,
great.
No, oh my God, episode 2, you won't even believe what happens. It's great. Oh God, I look forward to that, listener.
Oh, good.
Don't leave now. I was pulling one over on you. That's what I do.
Pulling one. Yeah. Who needs
I'm
a Half-Life?
bit of a jokester.
He's basically saying, who needs a Half-Life 3 when you have such a great game, Half-Life 2 Episode 2? It basically it's Half-Life 3 and it's like Half-Life 5. You do the math. It's great. It's so much Half-Life. It's a full life. It's a full fucking life. It's a good game. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for tagging along on that ride, and hopefully you're boned up. You're ready for that next episode that we almost forgot to sell you on, because it's good. It's going to be good.
You old scientist, you.
You old scientist, me. All right, everyone. So that concludes this series on this episode 2 of this series of Half-Life. I know it's confusing. It's actually episode 11, but it's episode 2 of Half-Life. It's not episode 5.5 of. It's not half of 11, and it's not 1. It's not half of 2. It's episode 2 in this series of Half-Life. So please be sure to subscribe. The next episode of Half-Life 2, episode 2, should be there waiting for you.
Mm-hmm. And if it's not, something went tragically wrong. But don't worry, just call up your friend the Vortigaunt, and he'll reset everything for you.
With his big Gerard Depardieu purple thumbs.
And if you're still listening, listener, then that means you probably enjoyed this episode to some degree. Who else listens through this after show nonsense? So if you are still listening, please, you're the kind of fan that should rate and review us because you enjoy the episodes. So please do that on your favorite podcatcher of choice. iTunes is the best one. Do that one if you could, if it's at all possible. Also, reach out to us. You can do so on Twitter. The official show handle is @TalesLesser. My personal is @CalebJRoss. And Travis is @TravPlaysGames.
That's right. You can also send us an angry email about anything we got wrong to polykillpodcast@gmail.com. You can also visit polykill.com. We have a ton more podcasts out there. IndieQuest, P's Power Hour, Off Kilter, Polykill, and Drunk Friend, in addition to the one you're listening to now. And you can probably hear some sweet tunes. That's Brad Sucks. He doesn't suck. And again, he's got that new album coming out. It's on Indiegogo. I don't know when this is coming out, but look for it if you've been digging that intro and outro theme music.
And thank you for listening.
And the tale has been told.